প্রবলেম হচ্ছে কি
মানে হিরোটা জল দিকে
কোথায় যাবে? Hello and welcome to the Hero Indian Women's League's 2021-22 season, and it's the opening game between PIFA Sports Club of Maharashtra up against Kickstart Football Club of Bengaluru at the Capital Ground in Bhubaneswar to kickstart proceedings in the league, which will determine who will be crowned the champions of India. My name is Sohan Poddar, and the Islanders up against a team that has made its name in honing some of the finest young talents in the state of Karnataka.
Thank you.
PIFA. Let's see here from him. Making their way out of PIFA Football Club after winning the Mumbai Football League. PIFA gets a chance to feature in the Hero Indian Women's League, which is the top tier of women's football in India.
Hey, Mianal Lago, Shubho, Piche.
Playing ground rule of the club is ensure the focused approach on the individual players, which in turn guarantees the growth of players and success of the team. The laurels of the academy justify quality training received by individual players, and players display an astonishing level of self-determination and team spirit. Now let's get into the team news of PIFA Football Club from Maharashtra. Players displayed an astonishing level, as I've mentioned. PIFA strongly, but they must make a proper start, so their defense needs to be solid. And so Afreen starts alongside Zairem at centre back, and Nirvan Shah brought back the midfield duo of Sangi and Karen. Nongbet, she is their biggest creative force and will be looking for a productive campaign. She starts just behind Lalun Siami and Nisila. She is the player they will rely on for goals. And among subs, quite interesting names, Bhubaneshwar and Trupti. Now let's move on. Kickstart with the head coach. The head coach of PIFA has gone with the 4-4-2 with Anjan Raman replacing the goal. Sunita Afrin, Zairem and Nikita making up the back four, with Lalun Siami and Nisila going to be the forwards. Nongbet, Sangi and Karen making up the midfield four for PIFA Sports Club. Now let's hear it from the head coach of Kickstart Football Club. Kickstart Football Club was founded on 9 July 2016 by Shekhar Ranjan and Lakshmi Bhattarani to develop grassroots level football in Karnataka. In 2019 Santosh Trophy, 10 players from Kickstart played in the state. The team of Karnataka, host of any football club in India. The Bangalore Blaze Club has teams across all age group and competes in the BDFA Super Division in the men's and women's category. And it has the same in women's as well. The club elegantly won the Karnataka Women's League and is ready to play in the Indian Women's League for the first time later this year. The club's effort to not view football as one gender sport has helped them to take high strides further in the ecosystem. And the management believes that the game does not differentiate based on gender. And this is the Kickstart FC lineup. Kickstart continuing with their 4-4-2, and not just the system but even the players as well. And Margaret and Baby Sana won the midfield battle. And the number 7, Parameshwari, had a hatful of chances, and no wonder she's been given the freedom to support Roja, the number 11, once again. Anything to get the best from the experienced striker, who is, of course, the only player with plenty of experience under her belt. Both the teams mirroring each other out in terms of the team's formation, and Kickstart also with the 4-4-2. And Amruta Vilayat, her voice cutting through the Odisha humidity, is something we will be getting used to while watching the Hero Indian Women's League, as she promoted her trusted attacker from the reserve team and started the season. This is the time she needs her to score. And Kavya, prolific in Karnataka Women's League, will be hoping for more than just a silver lining in the Hero Indian Women's League. Well, the subs of Kickstart, some interesting names in Shushmita Lepcha and also Bibicha Devi. You keep an eye on her. Shibani Sharma as well, the number 25. All will be waiting to get a few minutes in this game. And these are the match officials. The referee for today's game is Kushum Mandi, and the two assistant referees Sujata Palit and Basudev Pal. The fourth official is Usha, and match commissioner Shudeshna Mukherjee. And after a couple of years of hiatus, Hero Indian Women's League is back to provide a professional platform for women's footballers, and 12 professional clubs across the country participating in the league, being organized by All India Football Federation. And the winning team will directly qualify for AFC Women's Club Championship. These two just joined by Gokulam Kerala, SSB Women's and Setu FC Madurai among the prominent ones. And the league will see a single leg matches among 12 teams, a total of 66 to be played across 3 venues. And what a wonderful setup here at the Capital Ground in Bhubaneshwar. Another game is also coming up later in the day at the Kalinga Stadium, where Indian Arrows will take on a Siverdam, the side from Goa. And all the matches will be streamed live on Eurosport. Now, the Football Association has already reached out to several teams to ensure a strong talent pool. And Kerala hosted the Khelo India Women's Football League last year and Hero Senior Women's National Football Championship recently. So there is a pool of talent, women footballers available now. And they wish to expand the league in a couple of years to a competition between 15 to 20 teams, probably with double leg matches. And Kerala hosted several tournaments for women's during the 1980s and 1990s. Since 2000, the tournament dried up, and since 1991, the top women's football tournament in India has been the Indian Women's Football Championship. The tournament served as a female equivalent of the Santosh Trophy, with states competing against each other. There had not been an organized national football league for women's. However, the first women's state football league was set up in 1976 in Manipur. The Indian Football Association of West Bengal founded the Calcutta Women's League in 1993. And the leagues were also started in Mumbai and Goa in 1998 and 1999 respectively. For PIFA Sports Club, Anjali is starting in goal. And those two, Afrin and Zairem, will have to be very careful. Kickstart is a very prolific side, especially Parameshwari. The number 7, all eyes will be on her. And the challenge for the likes of Afrin, Zairem and Sunita will be to contend the number 7 of Kickstart Football Club. This is the bench. All the checks in order. And Bhubaneshwar hosting the 5th edition of Hero Indian Women's League. Eastern Union, the club from Manipur, winning the 1st edition, which was held in Cuttack back in 2016. Well, Gokulam Kerala are the defending champions of this tournament. They are the winners of 2019 edition. And by the virtue of which they qualified for the AFC Women's Championship. Both the teams walking into the pitch, and the team in red and black are PIFA Sports Club, the side from Mumbai. And the team in green and white are Kickstart Football Club of Karnataka. Well, many players are upbeat about the league as it provides a much needed platform for the aspiring players. And many give up on their passion due to lack of exposure and opportunities. With regular matches, the players' quality will improve, and this will fetch them better visibility at the international level. This is one tournament for the ladies, is absolutely massive in terms of sporting talents. I won't be surprised if women's national team coaches keep an eye on this. And the league is of vast importance in order to give these ladies a chance to play. It is going to be an interesting game. And hope there is a lot of action in there and always unpredictable, which makes this sport so beautiful. The match officials with the 2 skippers. Karen Pius, the number 8, is the skipper of PIFA. And for Kickstart Football Club, Margaret Devi, the number 10, with the captain's armband. Time for photo shoot. When we come back, it is the opening game of Hero Indian Women's League between PIFA Sports Club and Kickstart Football Club. Well, women's football have got in a massive impetus. Lots of biddings for the other age group tournaments and World Cups by the Federation. There is a future in sight, And All India Football Federation appreciates Odisha government's long-standing partnership with Indian football, wherein the latter have been providing its stadium and state-of-the-art training facilities to the national teams across various age groups and genders, all in an effort to take Indian football forward together. The last-minute hurdle. This is match number 1 in the Hero Indian Women's League. My name is Sohan Poddar and we are live on Eurosport and also on the YouTube channel of Indian football team. And the referee Kusum Mandi is synchronizing her watch. We are all set for kickoff. And 984 kilometers separating these two teams in terms of their geographical location. A tournament rebranded from its glorious past to play a role in the present. And the first thing it sees is PIFA Sports Club up against Kickstart Football Club. A rivalry riveting itself time in a new avatar. And lots of homegrown players. Both these sides in a way optimize not just playing football and aiming for winning titles, but also develop the sport, develop players in their own region, and that's the objective of the league. This is Kickstart Football Club first entry into PIFA territory. Slow passing build-up. Bhubaneswar Yairam with her first touch. It is Margaret. She is going to be orchestrating play in the middle of the park. She is under pressure, playing it back to Sweetie. A pillar of strength in Kickstart defense. We saw how dominating the team in green were in the Bangalore Super Division. A call came in early for Anjali. A chance for her to warm her gloves. A quick release towards Nongbet. Nongbet taking the aerial route. The ball is into no man's land but has been chased by the number 9, Lalsun Siami. She has got the number 4 for company. And that is Nirmala. And now Margaret, couple of players in white, couple of players in red, pardon me, upon her. Dispossessed of the ball. And the crossfield pass from Kavya, completely wayward, has been picked up by the number 28, Nikita. Playing on the left-hand side of defense. And they will look to keep things tight at the back in the first 15 minutes. PIFA Sports Club. And those two in midfield, Margaret and Baby Sana. Going to be spraying those passes up top for Parameswari and Roja. This is Nongbet looking for Nisila, eluding the number 19 and runs towards the Kickstart goalkeeper, Linthoin. She is from Manipur, Linthoin. And Nirmala as well. Achobi taking on Nongbet. It's been a scrappy play in the middle of the park. A sharp turn from Cadden. Threading it forward, the flag has stayed down and accelerating. It was the number 19, might be a shooting chance, but the angle is quickly covered. Excellent defending from Sweetie, using all the experience on her belt. And just dispossessing Nilisa. And now trying to break forward is Kickstart Football Club. The chase is on by the number 11, Roja. And the Odisha government hosting the 2021-20 edition of the Hero Indian Women's League, and President Prafulya Patil thanked the Odisha government for agreeing to play to host the event. And the government of Odisha has been a great supporter of Indian football. Thankful to Shri Naveen Patnaik, Mr. Vishal Kumar Dev and Mr. Vinil Krishna and the entire sports department of Odisha for extending all the support to help to organize the Hero Indian Women's League. And over the years, the tournament has provided a platform. It's a high cross, too much height on it. Just bouncing over Parameshwar. It will be kept alive on the far side by Kavyas, brings her favorite right foot into action. But the cross is a stray one. Runs out for a goal kick. All India Football Federation further stated that it stays committed to the development of women's football in the country. And India's scheduled to host the FIFA Under-17 Women's World Cup in the month of October later this year. And now on the charge is the number 18, Wanda. Nirmala, ball robbed, and now she is through on goal, the number 9, Nunsiami. No power on it, opting for power than placement, making a wrong choice, caught up in two minds, the number 9, and eventually choosing the wrong option. A comfortable save for Lintoi. And that was the chance. She was completely through on goal, and on her back was Nirmala, but very little she would have done. Missing the target completely. The goalkeeper Linthoin as well had her side protected. Free kick from deep. She will look to toss it up. Afreen is Zairem. Getting a lot of height and distance. Comfortable clearance from Nirmala. Winning the aerial battle is Achubi. The ball is collected. Taking route 1, trying to play in the number 9, Lalun Siami. And now players arriving from the far side, attacking the byline, gets the cross into the top corner. The ball has crossed the line, according to the official. That was Nongbet. She was on the prowl, top netting it. And a Kickstart shaping up in a 4-4-2. Pacey wide players who cannot not only quickly carry the ball from one end of the pitch to the other in counter-attack, but will also track back to help the full-backs as soon as possession is lost. Wide on the far right, chipping in towards the near side. Might be a shooting chance. It's still stolen away. Shouts of handball. Chance on the rebound. It's all happening inside the goal mouth of Kickstart. And somehow they're managing to survive. The side from Bengaluru. A sloppy defending from Nirmala. An open chance for Nisila. Look at that. Slightly poor touch. The defender giving it away. And then the left-footed attempt blocked by Pakpi Devi. And the rebound coming off a green shirt. And the move breaks down. A golden opportunity for PIFA Sports Club to head their noses in front within the opening 6.5 odd minutes. And Pakpi Devi, she will be receiving treatment. And the disciplined central midfielder in Margaret and Baby Sana. And Margaret, usually a destroyer, she will look to sit between the defense and the halfway line to shield the defenders, make interceptions, and win the loose balls. Another disciplined, creative midfielder in Baby Sana will look to push up towards the opponent's post to help in attack and create play through the central areas. She is usually also required to join in a press if the ball is lost near midfield. Spreading it to the left, Bhubaneshwar drifting onto the flanks. She has got Sunita for company. Couldn't go past Sunita. Will buy a throw-in for Kickstart Football Club. Kickstart got to allow the game to settle down. They got to spend more time on the ball to get into the rhythm. And the pass is beautifully intercepted by Afreen. Well read there by the young centre-back, who is partnering Zairem. Sunita and Nikita are the two full-backs. Defensive full-backs rather, who can push up the pitch in an overlap to support the respective wide midfielders during the build-up play. And these full-backs must be disciplined enough to not to overextend during a counter-attack, as that leaves the entire back line exposed. And leading by example is Nirmala for Kickstart. Those two centre forwards, Parameshwari and Roja, is able to receive the ball, hold it and bring her teammates into play. She must also be willing to aid in the press. A typical example of this is the football icon Zlatan, the Swedish legend. And Bhubaneshwar just playing off the shoulder of Roja. She is going to be more of a terrier up top, like a machine. And Bhubaneshwar will be doing all those creative plays by dropping into the midfield berth. And now riding the challenge is the number 22, Achubi. Running the ball up the pitch. Straight into the feet of PIFA. The goalkeeper Anjali, just 17 years old. A chance for these youngsters to showcase their talent in the country's top tier football championship. A lot of young players will be up there for the taking. The Under-17 FIFA World Cup is knocking the doors. And many youngsters will be up for grabs. And this is Nongbet. Throw in for Kickstart. But has been given. The decision is overturned. And now PIFA have it. Lanun Siami from Mizoram. Must be slight in her frame, but she's a very intelligent passer of the ball. A player with low center of gravity. She's got excellent close control. Already showing glimpses of it within the first 10 minutes. It's been even Stevens with the team in green is seeing the more of the ball. Trying to make things happen. I didn't have the legs to catch it up. Kiran Bala and Kavya. She is the top goal scorer in the Bangalore women's division with 19 goals. More of an inverted winger who likes to cut in and provide support and reduce the space with the likes of Parameshwari and Roja. Defending from the front is Kickstart. They are on the move. Taken away by Sangi into no man's land, and the number 13 has got yards advantage. Pakpi Devi. Lintoin. Chesting it down is Kiran Bala. Killing the bounce. Pakpi. Nirmala. Below the halfway line is Margaret. More direct Kickstart in their approach play is so far. And the ball threaded forward. Shot from a very difficult angle by Roja. And that's now gonna trouble the goalkeeper, Anjali. She scuffed it completely. 4 shots already in the opening 12 minutes. The strength of this 4-4-2 formation is the build-up for the counter-attack, evidenced by the fact that most of the great counter-attacking teams in contemporary football use it. Even the Champions League winning Manchester United and both Atletico Madrid and Leicester City, when they have won their respective leagues, they preferred playing in a 4-4-2. As a 4-4-2 makes use of 2 attackers, usually a centre forward and a striker. Defending against it is particularly difficult. Using 2 attackers means there is a perpetual threat of having the opposition centre-backs in a 1v1 situation. A situation which favours the attackers more often than not. These forces either one of the full-backs or a midfielder to drop in and help out in defence, effectively creating more space for the teams using the 4-4-2 to operate in. It is the country's top division when it comes to women's professional football, the Hero Indian Women's League. The inaugural edition of the competition kicked off in Cuttack, as I was talking about it before. And now it's Bhubaneshwar Yainam trying to power past, managing to do so. Bhubaneshwari denied by the legs of Anjali. A top-notch goalkeeping by the number 1 of PIFA Sports Club. Plenty of shirts in red hovering around. at the edge of the penalty area. And now Margaret getting into the act. Another forward pass. A bit of a miscommunication between Roja and Parameshwari Idam. And the number 7, she had a free run, one-on-one with the PIFA goalkeeper, but couldn't finish it off. And now Kiran Bala jinxing past couple of challenges, almost as if they did not exist. An excellent overhead ball just falling precisely into the path of Lalnun Siami. We are into the first quarter of the game, and it is still 0-0 between PIFA Sports Club of Mumbai and Kickstart Football Club of Maharashtra. And Afreen, she has been robbed by Parameshwari. Roja, twisting and turning, looking for options, picks out Margaret. And tees out Karvia. 25 yards from goal. And the left-footed attempt, it's straight into the grasp of Anjali. Having the lion's share of possession, Kickstart Football Club. Lots of defending to do in the opening frame by PIFA. They are completely on the back foot and knocked back on their heels by Kickstart's positive play. And now finds the number 11, the quick release, not working out on this occasion. Roja and Parameshwari Iram. The give and go not working out. And now the gap has opened up. Once again it's Parameshwari, but the defender steps across. It was Zairem and a shoulder barge on the legend and successfully putting her off. Now the winner of the competition, as I have mentioned, qualifies for the AFC Women's Club Championship, which is the top tier women's club football competition in Asia. And since 1991, the top women's football tournament in India has been the Indian Women's Football Championship. And here they come again, Kickstart. No pace on the shot. A third time, a comfortable save for Anjali. She's been busy. A couple of times, she's been called into action, will be part of the highlight package. No such work so far for Lin Thoin of Kickstart. Nirmala's header capitalized by Bebisana. Sweetie Devi playing the ball to feet inside their own half is Kickstart, and then this willing runner in Kiran Bala. She will get it this time. She's got Kavya ahead of her, ignores her. Comes inside, swings her left foot, picks out the run of Parameshwari. It will be kept in play, and managing to do so, looking to take on Sunita. Angle ball in, slightly behind Roja. Spreading it to the wide right. An early cross coming in. Eventually took the bounce and took it comfortably, Anjali. And no problems whatsoever. And driven backwards, PIFA trying to get on the front foot. Brought it down brilliantly. Excellent first touch. Nunsiami gone through the legs of Nisila. This is where she excels. Kavya, excellent disguise ball. Just a fraction too early. Roja continuing her run. Likes to play off the shoulder of the last player in defense. She was marginally flagged off. Since 1991, the top women's football tournament in India has been the Indian Women's Football Championship. The tournament served as a female equivalent of Santosh Trophy, with states competing against each other. There had not been any organized national football league for women's. However, the first women's state football league was set up in 1976 back in Manipur. The Indian Football Association of West Bengal founded the Calcutta Women's League in 1993. The leagues were also started in Mumbai and Goa. in 1998 and 99. In 2014, after the success of Indian women's team, mainly in the SAF Women's Championship, a push to start a women's football league along the lines of recently started and successful Indian Super League happened. Clubs such as Pune and Bengaluru FC had expressed interest to joining a women's league. It was around this time that AIFF started plans to create the ISL style league for women's. Sunita's throw in. A short passing build up. Excellent link up play. Now Margaret making their way forward is Kickstart. She's found the gap brilliantly into the path of Kiran Bala. A crossing opportunity for her. A puck on the overlap. No elevation on the cross. Couldn't clear Nikita inside PIFA Sports Club defense. And now Baby Sana looking to go up from her deep position. She is a deep lying midfielder, the number 6 for Kickstart. And the days of box-to-box midfielder are gone these days. And nowadays you are usually an attacking midfielder or a defensive midfielder. Basudev Mondal, the Mohan Bagan legend that comes to mind if you talk about the box-to-box midfielder. 20 minutes on the clock, no joy so far. And looking to break the door down is Kickstart. A misplaced pass from Baby Sana. And now looking to repair this attack through Bhubaneshwar. Ball kept in play. And losing the shoulder battle. Coming out on top on that occasion is Sunita. Sweetie Devi. Halfway inside PIFA's area. The ball is out of stream. She is working hard, Bhubaneswar. She is a Kickstart Football Club's biggest creative force. Adding up alongside Roja inside the box. And also aiding the flanks. Trying to outfox the opposition's defenders. Dragging the likes of Afrin and Zairem out of their respective positions to create space down the middle for the likes of Margaret to make those late runs inside the box. Here is Baby Sana. Plays it to Pakpi Devi in the center circle, and now Pakpi is driving forward. Pakpi's pass well read there by Zairem. Still chance for a cross. No nonsense clearance. Now poked towards Baby Sana. Asking for it, and she's been obliged. Roja with excellent footwork, and now the goal mouth has opened up. The goalkeeper was scrambling on her line. Somehow managing to deal with the situation. In second time of asking is Anjali Barse. On 21st April 2016, All India Football Federation's President Prafulla Patel said that the Women's Football League would kick off in October with 6 teams to be decided, and goal to expand to 8 clubs. And this term, however, 12 teams are participating, and Ara Football Club qualifying by the virtue of winning the qualifiers in Delhi earlier this month. A slightly lower line of engagement from PIFA Sports Club in terms of the forward line. We have seen a low block already where they're trying to sit deep and hit Kickstart on the break. Shot from distance. Oh, what a start to the Hero Indian Women's League campaign. An absolute screamer. And it is the number 4 Nirmala who registers her name on the score sheet. And that shot has left a hole in space because a star has exploded. And her name is Nirmala. The ball went in like a tracer bullet. Anjali had no clue whatsoever. She was beaten all ends up. And what a dream start by Kickstart Football Club. Look at that. An absolute pile driver by Nirmala. Striding up from her designated full central defender's position. And what a cracking shot. And everyone present out here on the pitch never saw that coming. A speculative effort. And it's 1-0 in favor of Kickstart. Ladies and gentlemen, don't go anywhere. Lots of goals are in store. A late challenge by Nikita. There's gonna be a free kick for Kickstart Football Club from this wide position. It is a position where the left full back stands, and that was a challenge on Roja. You've got to make sure Kickstart fails to double their lead, otherwise it's going to be a mountain to climb for PIFA, pardon me. As long as the score line is within reach, PIFA Sports Club will be in with a shout. Here is the free kick, went up for it. It was Pakpi Devi. Couldn't make any kind of contact with the ball. And the ball will be re-delivered. Kiran Bala. He's got a couple of players in green close to her, deciding to take on Nikita. She got to try and pick out the simpler options. This time the cross, too much on it. A nice little back heel round the corner. The ball was not on the money. Trickling out for a goal kick. And the central defender receiving the first pass inside the 18-yard box from the goalkeeper. The two centre halves spreading out, allowing the defensive midfielder to drop into the hole created by the two centre backs when the wide midfielders are joining in the overlap, creating more passing angles in the middle. And that is how PIFA Sports Club likes to play. That was very much their style in the Mumbai League. And Nirvan Shah at the helm of this team, UEFA B license holder. He said the preparation so far has been good. And while explaining his team's build-up ahead of the tournament, a Maharashtra-based side, PIFA Sports Club, making their debut in the 5th edition of the Hero Indian Women's League, facing seasoned contestants, Kickstart Football Club from Karnataka. They are trailing by a goal, and thanks to that strike from Nirmala on the 4th minute mark, stunning. All the 11 PIFA Sports Club players on the pitch. Time for the first hydration break of this evening. We'll try to show you the goal, which was scored by Nirmala. It was an absolute pile driver. Excellent technique. Struck the belly of the ball, putting her laces through it. Superb technique by the central defender. January 2017, the All India Football Federation launched the first ever women's professional league with 6 teams participating. FC Lakpura from Haryana and IWL FC as well. The former I-League champions participated in that edition along with FC Pune City, a club which defunct, was once a part of the Hero I-League. The 2019 edition was the 4th edition. The league started on 4th January 2020 at the Bangalore Football Stadium and Gokulam Kerala defeating Kripsa by 3-2 in an intriguing final. The 1920 IWL had 12 teams divided into two groups, and the teams played each other once, and the top two teams competed in the semi-final. But the format is different this time around. 12 teams will be vying for the top spot, and a team collecting maximum number of points by the end of round 12 will be emerged as the champions, and they will play in the AFC Women's AFC Cup. A sloppy defending and almost inviting the danger was Sunita, completely miscuing the clearance. And Roja, she was breathing down the neck of Sunita, getting a lot of distance on the goal kick. Sweetie into the feet of Baby Sana. Baby Sana angling it, headed away by Yafreen. And quickly on to the second ball was the number 27 Sangi, as she was stripped from behind, and free kick for PIFA Sports Club. 2016 edition, Eastern Sporting Union defeating Rising Student Club 3-0 in the final. Bembem Devi, who was in charge of the Manipur side. And 2017, the Rising Students Club winning it on tiebreaker. Sethu FC from Chennai winning the 2018 edition in Gokulam, Kerala. Winners of the last edition, and the last year Hero IWL was not held due to the outbreak of the COVID-19, which put our lives out of gear. Kickstart Football Club, the team on the lead, as I have mentioned, from Bengaluru, Karnataka, featuring in the Hero Indian Women's League for the second time in a row. Kickstart are three-time champions of the Karnataka Women's League, the latest being the winners of 2021-22 season. And PIFA's Kolaba FC from Mumbai. This will be their debut season in the Hero Indian Women's League. They made it to the main round of the tournament after being the champions of their state-level club competition. And now on the run is the number 28. A perfectly timed challenge from Pakpi Devi. She's making so there is no further progress from the left-hand side. And just giving Wanda an indication what she's going to be in for this evening. A missed clearance from Sweetie. Kavya doing her share of defensive duty. And now Hacklong, a lot of space ahead of her. She will look to exploit the space is Roja. Roja squaring it to Bhubaneshwar. Bhubaneshwar has seen the gap of the woodwork and it has nestled into the bottom corner. 2-0 for Kickstart Football Club. And it is their elite player, the number 7, Bhubaneshwar Iram, doubling the lead for Kickstart. Roja squaring it to Bhubaneshwar. The two central defenders of PIFA not closing her down. And acres of space ahead of her. She is successfully exploiting it. The rising right footer kissing the woodwork. The ball changed direction, outfoxing the goalkeeper. And it's 2-0 in favor of Kickstart Football Club. The flag has stayed down. They will look to pull one back as PIFA. Cross comes in. There's the shot. And what a finish. This time by the number 19 of PIFA Kolaba Sports Club. It is Nisila reducing the margin for the side from Mumbai. And now we have a game on our hands. It's 2-1 here at the Capital Ground. What an intriguing first half, ladies and gentlemen, on your way. And how much gap between Bhubaneshwari's strike and this one. An inch perfect cross from the right. A cool and calm finish by Nisila. An absolute poacher's finish. Now the pace of the game has picked up. Obstructing the path of the number 19 again, the goal scorer Nisila. This time was Sweetie. Stepping across. And suddenly the tempo has changed and the current has shifted in PIFA's favor. There's the backheader. Bhubaneshwar is chasing, but the goalkeeper eventually gets there first. Anjali. 35 minutes on the clock. It's Kickstart Football Club 2, PIFA Sports Club 1. Is Nirmala opening the scoring for the side from Bengaluru, with Bhubaneshwar Iram doubling the lead, and Nisila pulling one back for PIFA Sports Club. And that is how things stands on the 35th minute mark. This game has been as dramatic as a soap opera. If you are someone who has even the tiniest bit of interest in Indian football, you would know that our national women's team is and has been much better than our male counterparts in terms of their competitiveness and as well as the global relevance for some time now. Recently in the preseason friendlies, they've defeated the illustrious opponents like Egypt and Jordan. On the road, the Indian Eves are ranked 55 in the world compared to Sunil Chetri and company's 105. Something one wouldn't be able to fathom considering the apathy that still persists towards the women's game. However, in recent years, the arrival of the Indian Women's League, IWL, and subsequently a number of state qualifying leagues have ensured that now we at least have some sort of a structural framework to nurture the young talents. And Bhubaneshwar Iram, the forward, she's been shining the light for her side, who have also been the dominant force in the league during the same time, the last edition. A coincidence maybe, but an extremely happy one for sure. The 19-year-old Nisila scored a mind-boggling equalizer, pulling one back rather. And talking about Kavya, the number 99 of Kickstart, she netted 17 goals in 9 games, can you believe it? Including 3 hat-tricks in the recently concluded Karnataka Women's League campaign, and terrorized opposition's defenses throughout. Kickstart clinched the title on the last day with a narrow victory over Bangalore United FC. And even then, it was Kavya who got the all-important goal. She's been quiet now, as Kiran Bala was making a run across the goalkeeper. Questions were asked, doubts were created. But the goalkeeper Anjali providing the answer though. It's deflected out for a throw-in. Both the managers have got options on the bench, talking about PIFA. Trupti Deep, number 12. She will be looking to come on. The ball has been headed down into her own path. Can she get the better of Sunita? No, she can't. That was Kavya. A committed piece of challenge there by the number 11 Nongbet. Comes from Meghalaya, Shillong, capital city of Meghalaya. Also hosted the Hero Indian Women's League once at the Nehru Stadium, which at one point of time happened to be the home ground of the Shillong Lajong Football Club in the I-League. And now taking a tumble, still managing to hold on to the ball, was Roja. This is the skipper of PIFA, Karen. A clearance from Nirmala. Kickstart in possession, Bhubaneshwari. Misplaced pass, Zairam. On And such a state league has been the Karnataka State League, slowly rising to prominence. And also the Kerala Women's League, in Gokulam Kerala winning it, scoring 99 goals in 10 matches. And El Shaddai, she will be in action, the Ghanaian striker, tomorrow. Gokulam Kerala referred as one of the favorites of the competition. Kickstart's gaffer, Amruta, sounded quite calm and confident away ahead of their first game of the season. And Arvind clearly voiced their wish to fight for the championship. The preparations are almost done for this year's title, she mentioned. They have a balanced side and they will do their best for this year's championship. About 5.5 minutes of regulation time left in this half. And the onus is on the team in red because they are trailing. They got to build on to the momentum. This is Sunita. Snatched away by Parameshwari. They can throw on a counter. Kickstart. Parameshwari getting it back. And now Parameshwari, she is on the move. There's the ball in towards Kavya. Kavya backing into a defender. But the flag has gone up against the number 99 of Kickstart. It is a fluid front three for Kickstart. The team transitioning to 4-3-3 while going forward. Kavya as well, joining the front two, the likes of Parameshwari and Roja. She's been a central striker with Kavya and Parameshwari playing down the flanks. Number 11 of PIFA, early cross. Intercepted by Nirmala. Moving the ball away very quickly from their own region. And now releasing Kavya. She didn't continued her run, expecting it to be an offside. Rightfully so. A clever play by the number 99. A heavy touch. Smacked away. Nirmala. Roja. Baby Sana. 3-4 decent touches already on that move, but now coming forward is PIFA. Chance for the number 8. Excellent dummied ball, but the flag has went up again. This time against Nisila. The scorer of the first goal for PIFA Sports Club. Excellent interplay by the team in red and black. Great combination play. Penetrating in the final third, but got her leg under the ball, which is why it was ballooned over the top. And the physical tussle won by Wanda. Possession switching from one team to the other in the blink of an eye. A bit of a nothing pass forward. He was looking for that crisp move. It didn't work out. Parameshwari swiveling away from a red shirt. Still Parameshwari, a player is waiting in the middle. Oh, and that was Kavya at the back post. Too long for the number 99. Carved open PIFA defense. Putting it on a plate for Kavya. It's Parameshwari Iron. Completely opened up. The moment Kavya saw that, her eyes lit up. A bit of an ambitious try by Kavya. 30 yards from goal. A minute and a half of stoppage time remaining in this half. There's going to be a few minutes added on to the regulated 45. And not giving out on their principles, PIFA, of playing their way out from behind. Kiran Bala. Slightly loose from Nikita. Kiran was close to her and winning it. Quickly moving it towards Margaret. Margaret has got the number 19 upon her. And she was asking for a foul. The referee says it's a throw-in. And that's the forward run. And the forward pass, a bit of a straight ball. Lalun Siami forcing Sweetie Devi into that defending work. She's got quick feet. Lalun Siami, players coming from Mizoram, especially from the northeastern part of India, adds a lot of pace into the game. Something which Kickstart defense is lacking abundance of pace. Couple of minutes added on to the regulated 45. The Hero Indian Women's League will lead tremendous excitement among the football fans of the country. And the opening game is just a glimpse of that. SSB are also in action, winners of the Kanyashri Cup. And the side from Shiliguri, West Bengal. Melody Chan is going to be another top player for SSB. Another player to keep an eye on in this competition. Injury to the number 24 of PIFA, Zairem. Looks like something serious. She's up, back on her feet. Got to be taken out for treatment on the touchline. So PIFA Sports Club are down to 10 players momentarily. Is going to be the last bit of action in the first half with Afrin. Slight miscommunication time and again. This is the opening game. They will gel with their coach's formation as the tournament progresses. Roja making that run outside her was Kavya. Beautifully blocked by Sangi. And now Chobi. Sweetie Devi. Sweetie's cross from deep. Looking for that flick on was Parameshwari Iram. A hint of a handball. Breaks for the number 10 again. She tries a luck from distance. Margaret. This time positioned herself immaculately was Anjali. Following the ball till the last minute. So half time then here at the Capital Ground in Bhubaneshwar. The opening game between PIFA Sports Club and Kickstart ended 2-1 in favor of the Bengaluru-based side. And Nirmala opening the scoring and doubling the money was Parameshwari. And Nisila pulling one back for the side from Mumbai. before heading into the break. It was an exciting half of football. Both the teams have had their moments. The other first half stats, as you can see, Kickstart with 61% possession, 7 shots, 6 of them on target, managed to convert 2 of them. Only 4 fouls committed in total in the first half. Both the teams winning 1 corner kicks each. That is how the first half has ended. Only 4 shots taken by the team in red, PIFA. 2 of them by the number 19, Nisila, with a 15% strike rate. And Alnun Siami also had a crack on goal. Now we will have a look at the number of shots taken by Ziami, and also have 1 shot, the number 24, the central defender for PIFA. Kickstart had 7 shots, 2 by Parameshwari, 1 each by the number 6, Baby Sana Margaret, also just before the stroke of half time. She had one working with the PIFA goalkeeper. Only 4 fouls. It's been a tidy game in the first half. Kickstart committing 3 fouls, 1 each by Baby Sana and Parameshwari Devi as well in the mix. On the flip side, only 1 foul committed by PIFA Sports Club in the first half. They have not been physical at all. Highlights, these are the goals. The opening goal from Nirmala. Absolutely breathtaking stuff. Rippling the net. And then Parameshwari Iram doubling the lead. Got help of the woodwork on the half turn. And this is how Nisila pulled one back for PIFA, making the score line respectable and keeping her team very much into the game. Don't go anywhere. We will come back after the short break. live coverage of the Hero Indian Women's League 2021-22 from the capital ground in Bhubaneswar. It is 2-1 in favor of Kickstart, and Bengaluru-based side off to a flyer. And Parameshwari Iron made a sublime start, but the last 10 minutes of the first half, PIFA Sports Club got into their grooves, but the second goal knocking them off their strides. PIFA not been able to defend with grit and determination. Kickstart slightly more threatening in the first half, but that strike from Nisila giving them some kind of hope for a comeback. And Margaret, the number 10 for Kickstart, she's expected to control the game, and she is doing exactly that for the designated team. Parameshwari in the middle of the park, on the left and on the right, trying to release Roja and Kiran Bala. Those three really combining well. The attacking trio of Kickstart Football Club, Kavya, Parameshwari and Roja. A lot of words may have been exchanged during halftime in both the dressing rooms, and Nirvan Shah will have been very vocal in terms of how he wants his team to play. Very impressive with his tactics. He has made it no secret that this is a representation of what this country can produce in the sport as PIFA Sports Club develops under him, and we are underway with the second half. Game management may not be the way how Amruta likes to play football, but they got to do that against PIFA in the second half this evening. They have to get stuck in and do the dirty work to grind out result. No changes at halftime in case you are wondering. And proper warm-up for the subs. Given the conditions, coaches will want to dip into that team sheet and will want to look into that bench and find some kind of refreshing up in terms of tactics, in terms of the team's approach. Sudeshna Mukherjee, the match commissioner for the opening game. She comes from Kolkata. Kusum Mandi is the main official in the middle officiating this game. She is assisted by Sujata Palit and Basudev Pal. And Usha is the fourth official. And all the matches of the Hero Indian Women's League are live on Eurosport and also on the YouTube channel of Indian football team. In case you are watching this game on the YouTube channel of the Indian football team, do spread the word in social media. Lalnun Siami, she's hustled off the ball. Margaret. The ball didn't carry to the number 14 on the far right. Baby Sana, the number 14 for Kickstart. She is on the move. Bibicha Devi has come on. Forced to play it quick. And now PIFA looking to stream out, trying to go past the number 4, Nirmala. And there's the covering defender, Sweetie. Lalnun Siami, she's been double teamed. The all-time top goal scorer in the Hero Indian Women's League is Baladevi. She is now in Scotland, playing in the Scottish Premier League. She scored 20 goals in 2019 edition. An attempt on goal has gone wide. And Sabitra Bhandari from Nepal. She played for Gokulam in the last edition. She was the second highest goal scorer. And how the Odisha Principal Secretary, Sports and Youth Service Department, Vishal Kumar, added hosting the 2021 edition is a matter of pride for the state, and a shot on the turn, and almost the ball was bobbing on the edge of the penalty area. Karan clearing the loose ball. That was Parameshwari on the half turn. Her attempt straight into the defender. 12 teams vying for the top spot in the Hero Indian Women's League, and how women's football have grown across the country. We saw the scoreline, Kerala Premier League and the Karnataka State League as well, the Kanyashri Cup in West Bengal. And they will also be hosting the FIFA Under-17 World Cup later this year. Women's football have caught in a massive impetus from the All India Football Federation. Hero Indian Women's League happens to be the proper structured league in the country. The players are getting a lot of game time, especially the younger players getting a chance to rub shoulders with the top class Indian women's footballers of the country. With the matches getting streamed and a televised live, chance for these players to get noticed. This is Bibicha, the only change made at half time. Now 5 minutes into the second half, Kickstart still leading by 2-1. They are in search of that insurance goal. Now in the center circle, threading it forward. Not a very confident clearance, and now pressure applied by Parameshwari. The ball comes out to the number 19 of PIFA, Nisila. Launching it long. Bibicha comes back in field towards the number 6. Stretching play expertly. Shot comes in straight to the goalkeeper. No damage done. And Kavya trying to test Anjali. She's had a very busy evening between the sticks for PIFA. Now running away from Sunita is Kavya. She's got defenders on her heels. Kavya managing to hold it up. She's been outnumbered. The number 11 Nongbet is tracking back, helping out and protecting her fullback. That was a bright idea. The ball was floated into the penalty area. Just inches away from the toes of Bibicha. Now the reverse ball for Parameshwari. Cleaning up the danger is PIFA Sports Club. And All India Football Federation, in culmination with Odisha government, doing a wonderful job in hosting the tournament despite the COVID threats involved. Excellent league for the women's player of the country to grow. And the league has also grown in stature over the past few years. The Women's League have been made compulsory for all state teams, for all the states to conduct. And the AFC Cup spot is also adding to the Hero Indian Women's League. We saw Gokulam Kerala playing their matches in Jordan. It's a completely new experience for the Indian players. And the domestic players playing alongside foreigners. Both the teams this evening, though, have fielded an all-Indian lineup. At Gokulam Kerala, they've got 2 foreigners in the squad, in El Shaddai and Winton, the Myanmar international. Easily dealt with by Nirmala. And there she is, Sweetie. It's been very difficult for PIFA to go past her. She seldom lets anyone go past her very robust central defender. As a diminutive attacker, Roja. And that's a very cheap giveaway by Margaret. And now they will look to stream out. It's PIFA. And the chase is on. And the flag has stayed down. The number 9 taking her place in the middle, and the ball just went too far behind, waiting Lalun Siami. Both the attackers not on the same wavelength. And a wonderful chance for an equalizer goes begging for PIFA. Margaret once again progressing the ball for her team. On to Kiran Bala. This is Roja. Sweetie. Achobi. A wayward pass. And a quick passing there from PIFA. Finding a lot of joy down the right hand side, the team in red, mostly through Nongbet. Parameshwari losing out the physical battle. That's the intended target. The door has opened up down the right hand side. She eventually gets there, waiting for support to arrive. And it does arrive in the form of Lalun Siami. Attempted cross is gone out of play. Muriel as well, I can see. She's on the pitch, the number 16 for PIFA. Both the teams making a change each. Parameshwari Iram, the India international, and also the vice captain of Kickstart. Chesting it down. Kavya, that's a cynical challenge. The number 24, Zyrem, bringing her down in the first booking of the game. And is the number 24 of PIFA. Goes to the referee's book. Kavya could have had a clear run had she gone past Zyrem. And this is how she was brought down. Standing challenge. Roja Devi as well, the number 11 for Kickstart, joined the Bengaluru-based side from Kripsa Football Club, another Indian national team player. Margaret as well, the number 10, who is the captain of the side. And now Nirmala, scanning the environment. She's got a lot of options in green inside the box to aim at. There comes the free kick. Keeper fumbles. Easy tap in. And it's Kavya finally making it 3-1 for Kickstart Football Club. And the Bengaluru-based side gets their insurance goal. As we approach the hour mark here at the capital ground in Bhubaneshwar. And Nirmala's ball in, the goalkeeper Anjali fumbling, completely spilling it right in front of the waiting striker in Kavya. She manages to keep a calm head and comfortably slotting the ball into the back of the net. And it's 3-1 for Kickstart. Glaring mistake inside the box by the goalkeeper. Could have dealt with it a lot more better. Completely making a hash of it. Another hopeful ball forward. Cannot go past the towering presence of a Chubi. The number 14, Bibicha. Playing it into the channel, defended by Zairem. She got to be careful, already on a booking. Walking on a tightrope, number 24. So it's 3-1 in favors of Kickstart at the hour mark. 30 minutes of regulation time remaining in this. Still a lot of time left for PIFA to mount a comeback here. Slightly under pressure once again, the goalkeeper. Complete miscommunication between the central defender and the goalkeeper Anjali. And chipping in very cleverly was Bhubaneshwar item. And blazing it over the top in the end was Roja. What a chance. And now chase on here again from Siyami. Taking control of the situation is Nirmala. Double change. Here's the number 15. She's been summoned, Hiba. A midfielder coming in for PIFA. Parameshwari Iram just guiding the youthful exuberance of the likes of Kavya and Baby Sana. She is one of the experienced head in this Kickstart rank. Achobi, Kavya. The good looking ball in. Zairem clears. An interesting game coming up after this is going to be between Indian Arrows and Sivodem Sports Club of Goa at the Kalinga Stadium. Lalun Siyami, she's got a turn of pace. A couple of yards on the number 16, Adam. PIFA Sports Club, they need to sacrifice their system. They're lacking options in the final third. Whenever Kickstart is going forward, there is a player available between two defenders. And that is exactly what not is happening in case of PIFA. They are lacking options and eventually giving the ball back to Kickstart. Parameshwari again capitalizing on the defender's bad touch. Excellent shielding from Baby Sana. Roja clipping it into the area. Too long for Kavya. Keeper smothers it. Kavya. One-on-one with Sunita. And this time Sunita winning the challenge. Again launched forward. And away by Bhakti. Lots of players from Manipur into the starting 11 of Kickstart. Kavya is the local lad. This is Bhagyashree. Now the header from Sweetie. She concedes a corner kick. She expected a call from the keeper, and that didn't come. And there was a player also coming in from the blind side, so Sweetie had to make the dive. 65 minutes on the clock. Chance for an equalizer. This is Hiba playing it short, getting the return. Hiba shrugging off the challenge. There's the cross towards the far post. And the near post run came in from Lalun Siami. Hint of a handball. Referee waves away the protest. And now carrying the ball forward is a Chubi. Kavya again. She is pursued by Pakpi. Roja under pressure from Zairem. We're talking about the Hero Indian Women's League Season 3, 2018 season. Main round started from 5th May 2019. And all the matches were being played at the Guru Nanak Stadium in Ludhiana. And the 2018-19 of the Hero IWL have had 12 teams divided into two groups, and Setu FC were crowned the champions. So both the teams from South winning the competition once each. Setu FC in 2018 and Gokulam Kerala winning it on 2019. When these two teams face against each other in the South Indian derby. Going to be quite a lip-smacking encounter. Shaping up for a long cross. It did come. And Sweetie Devi allowing it to bounce back towards the goalkeeper. The greater weakness of playing in 4-4-2 is the lack of control over the game. And except in exceptional cases where the modern football has adapted spectacularly to the 4-4-2 by doing something simple, playing a three-man midfield. The 4-4-2 by default makes use of two central midfielders who almost always cannot take control of the midfield area from a three-man midfield. And now Kavya beating her man for pace. Kavya again. Hustling and bustling with the ball. In comes the cross. Just stepping in at the right time was Bhagyashree. And averting the danger for PIFA. Looking for headways forward was Adam. Now Sunita. Playing direct time and again looking for Lalun Siami. She is getting predictable with her moves. Sweetie Devi. She's got top-notch anticipation skills. Can read the movement of the attackers and react accordingly. She's got excellent strength as well. The number 2 for Kickstart. Trying to wrong foot and didn't work out. Looking to play that ball over the top and drop it into the final third. Passing from Kickstart have been a lot more incisive. Here is Bhubaneshwar. And now racing through the center is Baby. Passed the first challenge but cannot go past the second. An expensive touch on the second occasion. Pakpi Devi. Building up from the near right is Kickstart. The move breaking down and now taking it Roja. Looks up once, delivers towards the back post. Kavya was waiting. And the first time clearance from Afreen. Retrieved by Margaret. Pakpi. Bibicha. Pakpi gets it back. Bibicha again. She will look to recycle it into the penalty area. Completely miscued. Sunita. Poking it forward. Battle between the defender and the striker. This time the defender reprimanded Sweetie. The decision going in Lalun Siami's favour. A gentle push bringing her off balance. 20 minutes of regulation time remaining here at the Capital Ground. It is the opening game of Hero Indian Women's League. Kickstart leading by 3-1 against PIFA. Kavya, the only goal scorer in the second half. And now in set piece duty. Here number 3, Fernandez, Kimberly Fernandez for PIFA. Fernandez sending in a floater. Keeper grabs it in second attempt. Helen Thoin. You can see Amrutha, she is absolutely animated near the touchline. Nirvan Shah barking out instructions, the head coach of PIFA. Amrutha, of course, is the head of the Kerala State Sports Council, in charge of Kickstart. Now leaving it. There's the cross. And then number 16, Adam, did continue with her run. This was the head coach, Nirvan Shah. B license holder. He is frowning on the bench. This team is trailing by 3-1. There's a lot of variation playing in the 4-4-2, and all of which can include the 4-4-2 diamond, the 4-1-4-1 as well. Kickstart will look to narrow the midfield by creating a midfield diamond. That is going to leave spaces down the wings for PIFA to exploit. PIFA Sports Club as a team entirely broke down. Things not going their way, certainly in the second half. The change being made. The number 27, Sangi, she is off. And now she is on the run. The number 9, Siami, cannot create room for the cross. Pakpi. That's a good ball. Flank went up against Roja. We are into the last quarter of the game then. Kickstart Football Club sitting pretty in a comfortable 3-1 lead. PIFA Sports Club have shown some fight later in the first half. But has gone off the boil in the second. Is Kickstart dominating the game. That's the PIFA Sports Club bench. We are into the second drinks break of this evening. Players are hydrating themselves. B license holder. There's Amrutha as well, having a word with Kavya. Her plans have worked out well so far. And Margaret, the number 10, important to the plans of Amrutha Vilayat in terms of how she wants her team to play. And Margaret, she is the heartbeat of the team. Kickstart also making a change. Number 18, Lomching, has come on. Karen, Wanda, trying to burst down the left hand side, just overruns it. Here's the number 22 for Kickstart, Chobi, drawing a foul in her favor. Another set piece for PIFA to defend. They've had a really tough outing in the opening day. PIFA Sports Club making their debut in the Hero Indian Women's League. And Nirmala once again, she was the creator of the third goal. Scored a stunner in the first half. This time, can she turn provider? No elevation on the free kick, hitting the wall, getting the rebound back into the 6-yard area. That is usually a goalkeeper's zone. Anjali not to be blamed, except the third goal she conceded. And Adam, she's got Pakpi and Nirmala with her. The wide midfielders especially are required to always help out in defense. One of the strikers is generally requested to assist in the press. This while effectively compensating for the extra attacking flair. The ball chipped in beautifully, might be in here, Lalun Siami. That was the moment for PIFA to take with both hands. Lalun Siami very nearly reducing the margin for PIFA. Sweetie was caught flat-footed. Got to be careful at the back. Kickstart. Sometimes they do have a habit of switching off at the back completely. Kavya with an early cross towards the edge of the penalty area. Nicely controlled, turns and shoots. It's gone wide. That was launching. Jersey number 18. This is Bhubaneshwar item, a senior India player. That's a touch match. Been eventful predominantly from the left hand side. Pressure applied on Bibicha and almost getting caught there to the number 14 Bhagyeshri Dalvi. There is Pakpi. Had a decent game. We are into the last 10 minutes then. They got to move the ball away with urgency, PIFA. Sometimes the passes are slightly off the mark. Or those long balls not eventually finding its target. They've been quite comfortable defending Kickstart. PIFA Sports Club with the throw-in into the area for the number 15. She's hustled off the ball. Excellent sliding challenge. And now they can trigger a quick counter here. Kickstart. Eventually slowing down the tempo. Playing the ball to feet. Keeping possession of the ball and trying to run down the clock. The team from Bengaluru. Adam running into a defender, and that's a wasteful pass towards the number 10, Akanaksha Parameshwari item. And a long shot from Kavya. It's a floater. Comfortable for Anjali. No pace on it. Impressed with her industrious play, Baby Sana. That's an adventurous pass. The run didn't continue the run, Roja. And now bombing down the right. Sunita. Cross in. That was beautifully done. Seems like her jersey was pulled from behind. That was Adam. Tried to march towards goal. There was a slight collision on the edge of the penalty area. Margaret. Excellent give and go with the Chombi. And now Kavya. Making good grounds, Kavya. Pass is off the mark. The ball is up towards Pakpi Devi. The flag went up immediately. 66 games this term in the Hero Indian Women's League. 12 teams participating. Is going to be a round-robin format. Each team playing against each other once. And 44 games to be streamed live through Eurosport and also through the Indian football team's YouTube channel. A lot of space for a cross, in it comes. Collected by the goalkeeper. Well done. Cross from the left by Nisila. Margaret taken away by the number 10 of PIFA. Nakanaksha PIFA Sports Club making all the 5 changes and Nirvan Shah playing out all the cards in his pocket. Having just won the Maharashtra Women's League with local players last month, this particular team of PIFA, we will come back to that, but just crossed the line. As I was mentioning, the team was reinforced with outstation players a few weeks ago. Speaking on this, the gaffer said the players have been gelling well to play as a team, and they are focused on their business and working hard with their fitness as well. Bhagyashri Dalvi, her pass eventually finding a green shirt. Lomching throwing herself into the feet of Bhagyashri. About 5 minutes of regulation time remaining. That was Baby Sana. The game is getting a bit physical in the second half. Tussle for the ball between Baby Sana and Bhagyashri. Now trying to make inroads is PIFA. That cross is too high. No one attacking the ball from the far side, and the run did came in from the number 15, but it was too late by then. Hiba challenging the ball, trying to compete against the likes of Achubi. And corner kick for PIFA. There is still time left in here. One goal can change the entire scenario of the game. A couple of players in red went up for it. And the number 10 certainly was one of them, Margaret Devi. And Nirmala, the scorer of the opening goal. That particular strike is going to be one of the best of this competition. Not strong in her challenge was Nirmala. The ball beating her. Parameshwari blocked by Bhagyashri, collected by Baby, and now Kavya is interested. She's got Parameshwari inside her. Parameshwari has got the number 18 ahead of her. The pass is a little bit tight, choosing Kavya. Cross is blocked. She will get another bite at it. Parameshwari Devi trying to turn, not allowed to do so. Karen, bad touch by the number 19 of, that is Nisila, knocked out of her strides. Bibicha, excellent, unlocking the left hand side of PIFA. A perfectly timed challenge from Zairem will bring a goal kick for PIFA Sports Club. The way things are poised at the moment, we are heading towards PIFA Sports Club heading towards a defeat in the opening game. A Kickstart stamping their authority right from the wall, right from the off. A clear message for the other teams as well. They are in for the title here. Position doesn't matter for them. They will be vying for the top spot, vying for the trophy. Win will apply pressure on Gokulam Kerala, who will be in action tomorrow against Odisha Police. And now free kick from a very promising position for PIFA Sports Club. Lalnun Siami, she's been fouled. And now they will look to make something of this set piece opportunity. And Nirvan Shah increasingly worried. He's going to be the centre back Zairem over this free kick. Adam is one of them. Zaidam goes direct towards the goalkeeper, plucks it out of the air. Lintoin. Look at the number of shots taken by Kripsa. 14 in total in this game. 6 by PIFA. One more change is getting ready for the team from Bengaluru. The teams winning their respective state teams are given the license to play in the Hero Indian Women's League, but RIFC of Gujarat, they have qualified. There's a chance! And she blazed it over. Absolute empty net in front of her. That was the jersey number 18 of Kickstart, launching. Head on her hands. The ball was beautifully tossed up. Once again, some confusion at the back line of PIFA. 3 minutes added on. Time for the number 25, Shibani Sharma, to get some minutes. A clever move. Cleverly trying to buy some minutes. Amrutha Vilayat. Shibani coming on for Kickstart. Not much time left. Less than 2 minutes remaining. Free kick from this far out inside their own territory. There's the ball, an overhead attempt, looking to play in the number 16. That was a bright idea. The plan is foiled by the presence of Nirmala and Sweetie Devi. Both the centre backs highly experienced, holding their fort brilliantly, and now driving forward. Kripsa. Call came in early from the goalkeeper, Anjali. We are into the final minute of the game. Capital Complex proving to be a happy hunting ground for Kickstart on the opening day itself. There's a misplaced pass. Going to be the last roll of the dice. Kavya. Kavya's crossing. Doesn't deal with it. Was Zairem. Is being retrieved on the opposite flank by Bibicha. Bibicha has got support in the form of the number 18, Lomching. Lomching again. Slightly clumsy. Parameshwari Yairum has seen the gap. But Kavya is offside. And that's the full-time whistle from today's referee, Kushum Mandi. And Kickstart Football Club off to a flyer in the Hero Indian Women's League 2021-22. It's a 3-1 victory for the side from Bengaluru. And PIFA Sports Club has shown some fighting spirit in the dying stages of the first half, but it was not enough to get the better of the side from Bengaluru. Is 3 goals and 3 points for the team in green. Thanks to the goals from Nirmala, Parameshwari Iram, and also Kavya extending the lead in the second half. That's the full-time score line. Is Kickstart Football Club 1, PIFA Sports Club 1. These are the match stats. It sums up the evening. Kickstart clearly the team on top. 15 shots, 10 of them on target. That is what made all the difference. 10 fouls also been committed by Kickstart in this game. The other shots taken in the first half by PIFA. In the game itself, Lalnun Siami had a glorious chance in the second half to pull one back. She was denied by the goalkeeper of the Kickstart. The fouls tally. Bhubaneshwar Devi leading the pile, surprisingly in terms of committing the maximum number of fouls. Kavya committing 3. And the number 10 as well, Margaret, in that list with 2 beside her name. And these are the fouls committed by PIFA in this game. Hiba coming on as a substitute, also on the list. And now we will move on to the number of fouls committed by Kickstart. Bibicha, but Baby Sana is on top of the tree with 3. Parameshwari Devi also committing 1 foul late in the second half. And now we'll have a look at the goals. All the 4 goals being scored in this game. Starting with the first one from Nirmala, an absolute stunner. Into the top corner. And then Bhubaneswar doubling the lead for Kickstart. On the turn, finding the target. Picked her spot well. Pulling one back is PIFA. Late in the first half. They've shown some signs of a fight back, but that was spoiled by this particular mistake from the goalkeeper. And Kavya was waiting like a hawk inside the box, making it 3-1 for Kickstart and assuring the full 3 points for the team from Bengaluru. Well, thanks for joining us here on Eurosport, and now the action is going to shift to Kalinga. Do not forget to tune in for that. Goodbye from the Capital Ground.